Welcome to Are You in the Know, an educational podcast brought to you by the Racine Unified School District. I'm Emily DeBaker, Chief of Staff, and I'm thrilled to be helping keep you in the know. This podcast is meant to keep you looped into what's happening in our classrooms, new things coming to the district, decisions that are being made, how they're made, and so much more. Today, we're talking about all things new. There's a ton of work underway across the district as work to build new schools, modernize older ones, and expand others. And here to fill us in on the exciting RUSD refresh is Chief Operations Officer Peter Reynolds. And we're also welcoming Jersted Agerholm Principal Danny Hernandez. Welcome to you both.
Good morning, and thank you for having us on the podcast.
Great to be here.
Awesome. So, Peter, I want to take a look back before kind of looking ahead to the future. All of these big construction projects that are underway in the district were made possible by the 2020 referendum that the district passed. Can you give us a high-level overview of that referendum, what's included, and what is it allowing us to do?
Oh, absolutely, Emily. So in April of 2020, the Racine community voted to support a referendum that essentially impacts every school and every student in the Racine Unified School District. And what it does is support the referendum, or what the referendum supports the projects that are planned through our district's long-range facilities master plan that addresses both educational adequacy as well as some of the structural components, architectural, interior, mechanical. And it really is centered primarily around focusing on student achievement, which includes strong academics, resources that are aligned to our vision, and excellent learning environments.
Awesome. So we've already completed a few projects during phase one of the work. What has been some of the things that have been done so far?
So far, we have our work on Hammis Field, our district's really our only owned football track facility within the district that supports our high school athletics. That work will be concluding soon, as well as our two K8s, Jersted Agerholm, and I'm sure Danny can speak to that, and Starbuck IB K8. Both of those projects will open in the fall of 2024.
So let's talk about Jersted a little bit. This coming fall, things will get really exciting for those students over there. Danny, Jersted is unique in that you've had your students in the building while construction has been happening. Now, some of your kids are in a different building and then you had to switch around. Your middle school students are really the first to be experiencing a completely renovated space. So tell us, what were their first impressions and how has this year been kind of dealing with all the unique challenges that you've had to go through?
Yeah, great questions. I think in terms of our students, just excitement, right? The building that we were in last year is not the space we're in now, right? So the gym, the new art wing, the new offices, the new lighting, right? Everything has just brought just a general sense of excitement to our students, and they've been highly appreciative about engaging this space since it opened. You talked a little bit about the challenges of running a school on two campuses. So obviously, our for those who don't know, our elementary students have been at Jane's on Main Street for the entirety of the year, and then our middle school students flipped over to the renovated elementary side in February. So we've been here for about 3 months. But I think excitement is the word. The space is incredible, and that's the word I really want to use, right? We just opened our gym last Monday, and it's the best facility that we have in this district. Hardwood floors, black and gold trim, seating for 700 students, right? It just is in a short amount of time has become just absolutely incredible.
I think your background is there we go.
I fixed it. I saw that.
Is your background and your any inclination of what your new office is going to look like
I'm
in your
hoping
renovated
if Peter
building?
can make something happen for me, we'll talk after the show. But this is what I like it to look like.
If you get a fireplace, I get one too, Peter.
That's
Just
right.
keep that in mind. So, Danny, just talking, you kind of mentioned a little bit about your new gym and just these lighter, brighter spaces. Have you seen an impact already just with the kids getting to experience, such modern spaces for learning?
Absolutely. Like I just think the general mood of the building, there's a sense of joy at Jerstead, right, among students and staff. And I, I I'd like to say there's always been one, but it is it's more so than it's ever been, right? And I think all the research too points towards increased mood and health and productivity and things of that nature. So um, I wish we had some pictures to show viewers of the color of the walls at Jerstead pre-renovation, pre-construction. It was a yellow, a grim yellow color that I can't even describe. And now, like I said, it's well lit, it's modernized, it's spacious, it's accommodating for learning. It's everything that you would want in a renovation. And I think for us to be first, right, for us to be first up and to be complete at the end of this year is super exciting. We brought the community in on Friday night to kind of see the first impressions, first touches of the gym and our new space, and people were thrilled. I think the taxpayers have to be honored by what we've done and what the layout of this building looks like.
Are your elementary students jealous that they are still in an old building and haven't got to experience the new fun stuff
Yeah,
yet?
we don't talk about it too much with them, but they know what's coming. We've got 6 weeks left. We're gonna invite the kids in on a Friday night here in a couple weeks, to kind of have a family night and get into the gym because I know they're itching.
Mhm.
Jane's has the gym slash cafeteria like Jerstead used to have. So we're kind of living in that old world there still. And I know we're just super excited um, to bring those kids, the elementary students, into the space and get to relive that joy with them, like students got to do, or middle school students got to do in February.
Yeah, what are you most excited about when you bring all your kids under one roof and start a new school year next year? What do you think is going to be some of the highlights for you all?
Uh, Selfishly, I won't have to drive back and forth between
Yeah.
two buildings every day, right? And there's a lot of crossover between staff, right? So middle school students and elementary, I'm sorry, middle school staff and elementary staff working together, and the relationships that they have that kind of cross that boundary between middle school and elementary, we lack and we miss right now this year. So it's divided our staff. We don't have that collaboration and that sort of family connection that we typically have in a school year. So I think from that standpoint, from staff, it's going to be very exciting to get back in the building. Um, but then again, I think like next year, the new furniture is coming. The middle school renovations are going to be completed. We're going to have that opportunity to bring families and students in the community and say, look at this, look at Jerstead, right, and really continue sort of the renovation and the upbringing, the uplifting of the school.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm sure your mileage bill is quite high this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we look forward to welcoming all our kids back in the fall to Jerstead and know that this school already is just beautiful. And when all the work is complete, it'll be even better. So thanks for coming to chat with us a little bit about Jerstead this year.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and thanks for having me.
For sure. So if these projects weren't exciting enough, the district's also opening 2 brand new schools in the fall of 2025. Tell us a little bit about the brand new Schulte K-8 and Red Apple STEAM School, Peter.
So both of these schools will be the newest schools within RUSD when they are completed. Both are really transforming what are currently elementary school spaces into full-blown K-8 schools. And we really believe that the K-8 structure will be able to foster that sense of community throughout those two schools, as well as at Red Apple, provide a sense of continuity with the other choice schools, Gilmore Fine Arts and Starbuck, which is opening this fall. Um, to really pair well and provide options and opportunity for our students, as well as a great place to for our siblings and students to grow within those campuses.
We've had a few groundbreakings this spring for other projects as well. Olympia Brown addition, S.E. Johnson renovation, Horlick, Mitchell. What are some highlights of these? And I got to tell you, it's fun to just keep listing school after school of work that's being done, because it really does show how exciting of a time it is to be in RUSD right now.
Yes, absolutely. So Olympia Brown will receive a 6 through 8 middle school edition to support the elementary. And that will also be in academies of Racine at Olympia Brown. So we'll have our middle school academies, and we'll have the instructional spaces to support that curriculum and that model of learning. And I should also go back and say Schulte will also be one of our academies of Racine middle schools that will complement the high school programming that we have at our high schools. S.E. Johnson will also be getting an addition, as well as Mitchell. And while the additions happen to be gymnasiums, that does not mean that we aren't doing full-blown work throughout the schools to provide new finishes, new lighting, new flooring. So they will completely look transformed from what they are currently within the next couple of years. So some really great 21st century learning spaces.
That's awesome. And so if someone's listening right now and didn't hear their school being named, it just means it's not quite up in the queue yet, but it's on the list. And is there a place that they can go to see like what's happening at my school and when it will be happening?
Absolutely. So we, our long range facilities master plan and our referendum work is, we've really made it a goal to be very transparent with that. And there are very timely and up-to-date information on our district website, www.rusd.org. About us 2020 referendum, and we will right on that page is where they have individual plans and timelines for all of our projects as we move forward.
Awesome. Well, like I said, it's definitely an exciting time to be in RUSD at any school. Peter and Danny, I want to thank you for coming on and taking the time to just share with the community a little bit about what's going on and why you might see large piles of dirt around our schools for the next several months to years, but will be worth it in the end. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks. This was fun.
Listeners, thank you for joining us, and watch for additional episodes of Are You in the Know coming soon. Hey, Are You in the Know listeners? It's kindergarten enrollment time. If you have a child who will be 4 or 5 by September 1st, or know someone with a child who will be, head to rusd.org to sign them up today. You can also visit our Welcome Center at 3109 Mount Pleasant Street, Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. to enroll in person. All you need to enroll is proof of address and your child's birth certificate. We hope to welcome your little one into one of our classrooms this fall.